Let's say when I was probably like 9 or 10, I started to figure out that my life is never gonna be normal. So my mom, she was addicted to drugs. My father, he left when I was 4. The CPS and foster care system started when I was 11 or 12. I have type 1 diabetes and no one was there to take care of that. And so, yeah, that was tough. And I had just lost my grandma, who was like my rock growing up. She was like the one constant in my life that I really depended on and could depend on.
We were caught off guard when we got the phone call. They said they had a young man who they needed a respite home. I was told a lot of wonderful things about Zach, about what a fine young man he was. And we jumped in the car and I said, I hope you don't mind, but I thought maybe you'd like to shoot hoops for a little while. So we came here. He had a couple of hours to just by himself shoot, think, relax in a very safe setting. And then I went in for a little while and rebounded for him. And we talked a little bit.
Courtney and Todd, at the time of the hearing that had come up, did not have their license, so I couldn't stay with them longer than respite, which was a week. The hearing wasn't going in my favor to get to something called direct placement until they mentioned like Youth For Christ and all the good it's been doing and how they got me into it and how it's had like such a positive impact in my life that like was like a big turning point and a big thing that helped me get to the place I am now.
I was here the first day, and I saw him shoot a few times. He got some skills, you know what I mean? He got some skills, but I know I could take him. And the thing about it is, I'm 32 years old, and I can still cross you up on the court. And I thought he got some good skills, so I really like this kid. And I thought to myself, he's very respectful, very genuine. You know, he's not trying to be anybody he's not. This is truly who he is. That's what I like most about him.
Philip is really good when he preaches. He puts it in a way that kids, someone who hasn't ever heard of the gospel, can understand. Like I wasn't big on church growing up, just that wasn't who I was around. But he's made it really easy for me to understand and for me to relate to. My first Thursday here, Philip, he introed with a clip of the Avengers Endgame when Tony Stark, he sacrificed his own life to save the rest of the world. And so Philip related that to how Jesus walked the earth and did all this stuff and took disciples and taught his way, knowing that he would ultimately have to sacrifice himself to save not only everyone on the planet, but all future generations to come for thousands of years.
Usually you ask a kid, hey, how was youth group? Hey, it was good. Hey, what'd you learn? I learned stuff. You know what I mean? But for him to actually like repeat back what he learned verbatim and not have any tape to watch it back, but to really remember it, you know, that goes to show his hunger for God.
And it's been really good to come here every Thursday. There's nothing that I can say or do that would actually repay the things that I owe and that other kids that come here owe to them.